High five. It was an action-packed weekend in combat sports with UFC Vegas 45 going down last Sat. Night Dec. 18, 2021, in Las Vegas, Nevada, an event that saw Chris Daukaus suffer his first ever loss inside the octagon after getting knocked out by Derek Lewis in the very first round. That said, Jake Paul took a lot of shine from the UFC card last weekend. The problem child flattened Tyron Woodley in their pay-per-view PPV headliner in Tampa, winning his second straight fight against The Chosen One, just 4 months after their split decision finish in Cleveland. After 5 rounds of nothing but clinching, with a few punches thrown in between, Paul unleashed a vicious right hand that caught Woodley clean, knocking him out on impact and sending him crashing to the canvas like a sack of potatoes. That gave the social media star yet another knockout on his resume and more ammunition to spit verbal venom, while further contributing to Woodley's combat sports decline. For those keeping score at home, that is now 6 straight losses for the former UFC welterweight champion, 4 inside the octagon and 2 inside the boxing ring. But don't go shedding any tears for him just yet, because Woodley plans to keep on fighting. "I'm not done, please do not look at me with sorrow in your eyes," Woodley said during the post-fight presser. "Please don't look at me, like, shaking your head. I've fucked a lot of people up. A lot of people had to have that talk in the locker room, a lot of coaches had to go back to the drawing board. A lot of people in their mind, they knew that and I saw it in their face and it broke their heart when I took that from them," Woodley added, while insisting that young hungry bull is back. His confidence is admirable, but Woodley has done nothing to reinforce that statement, especially in his most recent performance against Paul. That said, T. Wood has no plans to hang him up anytime soon. In fact, Woodley plans on competing at least 4 times in 2022 in some form or another. The big question is, for who? And in what sport? Woodley can always go back to MMA, but UFC isn't going to re-sign him and Bellator MMA hasn't shown much interest thus far. He can try to lock down a spot on the PFL roster or maybe fight overseas for another promotion, but his downward decline over the last 4 years has likely diminished his value. There's always more boxing, but again, what has Woodley shown in his 2 fights against Paul that will entice promoters to book him against anyone worth paying for? He might get another, celebrity-type fight here and there, but are people going to tune in? It might be time to show him some love. Punch the like button and kick the subscription bell.